I read about it casually actually. I read about it at home. I heard from my dad because my dad he never get to be in university, but he always tell us, me and my brother, about what happened back in 70s, 60s, during those days, the glorious days of the glorious era of student activism, where the students are actually the third force of our country. Whenever the opposition and the government cannot do something about the society, so here comes the student, they will help the society. So I learned about baling. So you see, we never learn this at school. We never learn all these things at school. We have to learn it by ourselves. So that's how I cultivate, and that's how I get to be interested in student activism, because I know that, oh, it's a hidden history somehow.
Since you were a teenager.
School, I mean,
Teenager.
yeah, I was a teenager. Still in my I'm still a teenager.
So can we say that it's your father who influenced you much, the most influence?
Yeah, I can say somehow yes, my father influenced me much. It's not like betul-betul ikut my dad lah. He never attend a university, right? But the way he brought us up, memang betul-betul orang kata.
He put the idea lah.
Yeah, he put the idea to be someone. Okay, so you living a life. How are you going to live your life?
The purpose of your life.
Yep, the purpose of your life. Will you be someone who will always think about yourself, or someone who will take responsibility and will do something,
Contribute to society.
contribute to society? Yes.
Jadi bila Adam nak join lah student activism di UPSI, adakah apa maklumat yang hendak dicapai?
Matlamat. Well, okay, UPSI kan. UPSI ni dia ada sejarah yang panjang, especially dalam sejarah kemerdekaan. During the year of 1922, bila UPSI dibuka, those day dia panggil SITC, Sultan Idris Training College. SITC dibuka, daripada SITC lah lahirnya orang-orang seperti Ibrahim Yaakob, Zabbar, everyone. Even Ghaffar Babar was from same college. So you see, orang-orang inilah yang jadi inspirasi pada saya, sebab saya masuk ke dalam sebuah tempat, saya belajar dalam sebuah tempat yang telah melahirkan tokoh-tokoh ini, tokoh-tokoh yang mungkin kurang diiktiraf, tapi contribution mereka ni saya anggap lebih besar, kerana mereka ni pengorbanannya tinggi, besar pengorbanan di dalam sejarah memerdekakan negara. Mereka adalah antara golongan pertama, okey. Pelajar-pelajar SITC adalah golongan pertama yang bangkit untuk membawa kemerdekaan kepada tanah air. Jadi saya rasa saya nak muliakan legasi yang mereka tinggalkan di SITC. Saya masuk UPSI, saya tengok bangunan Zabbar, rumah Zabbar, where Zabbar used to live. Saya tengok tak ada appreciation terhadap rumah tu pun. Rumah tu dibiarkan tanpa, orang kata, tanpa ada kenangan, tanpa ada value pun. Dia jadi tempat lepak untuk pegawai keselamatan dan sebagainya. Ada juga dijadikan store sikit. Jadi, saya nak ubah benda tu. Saya nak ubah supaya SITC ni dikenang sebagai tapak, bukan sahaja tapak melahirkan guru-guru, tapi tapak melahirkan pejuang. So that was one of the first matlamat lah, one of the first aims bila saya masuk dalam UPSI. And
Before we go on, when you applied to UPSI, was it your only choice? I'm sure you went through the.
yeah, I went through the
university
whole process of applying for universities, for a place in universities. I actually applied for I applied for UKM. Okay, UPSI was my second choice. TESOL was my second choice, just because saya time tu dinasihatkan oleh guru saya. Dia cakap, you try apply UPSI, So that sebab I don't know why, sebab I simply listen to him, sebab I know him well. So I apply UPSI, and yeah, I was like, okay, it's okay, I can still learn something, no worries. I actually applied for political science and law, but tak dapat. Well, dapat TESOL was my second choice. Yeah. My mom wants me to become a teacher, so okay lah, please her lah by applying into UPSI, please her lah, and she was very grateful when I was offered a place in UPSI to become a teacher. My dad says nothing lah. My dad said nothing. He said it's up to you. If you don't want to become a teacher, you can still be somebody with that certificate. Don't worry, because I never brought you up with that kind of mentality. So you have a certificate of law, you have to be a lawyer. You have a certificate of teaching, you have to be a teacher. You can be anyone you want actually.
Jadi ada nak cita-cita nak jadi guru tak?
Saya pernah ada cita-cita nak jadi guru. But looking at the situation, everything, I can still be a teacher, why not? But maybe not in the public school. Maybe I'll have to build my own school, who knows. I always have a dream that one day dapat buka satu sekolah yang boleh tampung orang-orang miskin, anak-anak yang terbiar, yang mana diorang mungkin tercicir daripada arus pendidikan. Even though memang betul sekolah adalah percuma, tapi kita faham sebenarnya tak semua orang berpeluang. Kita masih lagi ada anak-anak di kampung, di rural areas yang tak ada pendidikan baik.
Something that provides quality education and is quality now. Can I back to see? You're just inspired to make it the place it once was.
Yes, exactly.
To the legacy
yes,
that it once was.
Exactly.
Can you what exactly, why did you think you have to be on the forefront to do it? Did you take on the responsibility on your
Well, UPSI adalah universiti pendidikan yang melahirkan guru-guru. Tetapi pada masa yang sama, dia ada beza dengan tempat lain seperti maktab perguruan. Maktab perguruan adalah tempat khusus, training khusus untuk guru. Manakala di UPSI ni, dia pembangunan dia lain sebenarnya. Dia adalah tempat berkumpul mahasiswa. Walaupun bakal-bakal guru belajar di situ, tapi kita sebenarnya boleh lihat dia sepatutnya level yang lain. Bila bergelar seorang mahasiswa universiti, sebab dia perlu ada pemikiran yang jauh lebih ke hadapan dari setakat nak jadi guru. Kita bukan nak UPSI ni jadi kilang untuk melahirkan civil servant. Kita nak UPSI ni melahirkan tempat samalah macam SITC dahulu, di mana gurunya adalah educated educators, orang yang berani bawa. Samalah macam slogan kata, slogan UPSI sekarang, committed membawa perubahan dalam pendidikan. So you have to prove it lah. Jadikan pelajar-pelajar UPSI ni graduates daripada UPSI ni adalah yang memang terbaik dalam negara ini. Dia bukan sahaja boleh mengajar mengikut silibus, dia bukan sahaja boleh berada dalam bilik darjah dan menyampaikan pengajaran dengan baik, dia juga boleh ubah mentaliti pelajar. Sebab kita berhadapan dengan krisis di mana di sekolah, di mana-mana sahaja, di sekolah, di kampung, di bandar, pelajar sekarang, anak-anak generasi kecil ni, kita lihat mereka, tendensi mereka terhadap nilai ilmu tu dah kurang. Mereka lebih berminat dengan banyak benda lain. Mereka lebih minat dengan dunia hiburan dan sebagainya. It's not wrong for them, it's not wrong, but do it the educated way. Dia ada cara untuk berhibur, tapi tidak menjadikan kita lihat sebagai leka dan tak tahu apa-apa. Saya sentiasa update lagi dengan kawan-kawan di sana, and it's good. The progress are going well. Nampak student dah start bicara isu-isu yang lebih matang sesuai dengan umur dan taraf mereka sebagai mahasiswa. You see, kita ada masalah dengan mahasiswa yang terlalu jumut. I said, jumut lah. Bila, you can talk about Wi-Fi, you can talk about the canteen, you can talk about the cafe, but you cannot talk about corruption. You see, it's sad. It's sad. It's very sad. You guys are educated. So, bila you bercakap tentang corruption, you bercakap tentang isu-isu dalam negara, the system, penambahbaikan sistem, everything, academic freedom, actually, orang akan dengar. That's what happened back in 70s and 60s. Orang respect mahasiswa bila bercakap. That's why bila UM, dulu bila UM ada the great economic debates, thousands will come. And even though itu hanya student punya majlis, because people want to listen to what students have in their mind, because they learn, and they challenge what they learn. So, but we no longer have that kind of attitude. We no longer practice that kind of.
So yang mana first time Adam menyertai aktivism, student activism?
Well, student activism.
Program.
I'm confused sikit lah. To say that kalau nak digelar student activist ni, I would say I started everything almost few weeks after I was enrolled. So I buat dengan kawan-kawan I group, Facebook page and everything. Benda ni lah yang start, so that we bring in something, so that students are aware and they can talk about it, issues and everything, issues, history, how the society are looking at us and everything. So things like this. But physically, maybe around 2009, by the end of 2009, bila saya start dengan kawan-kawan saya keluar UPSI, dan kami time tu I can remember the first demonstration was 2009. Isu air Selangor. Memang asalnya kami masih lagi tak tahu, tak decide nak pergi ke tak, sebab kita orang takut benda tu too political and everything. No, it's not that. Even it is a political issue, but tak nak benda tu involve political parties, it will be biased then. But then bila nampak mahasiswa yang somehow lead, so okay, we join. So then dekat situ I start kenal dengan yang lain pula, students from other universities. So 2009 lah yang start, and demo air yang buka jalan time tu untuk start kembangkan sayap. So it started during a demonstration after all.
But okay, coming back, what do you think? What is the in your opinion, where is student activism today?
Well, after 40 years.
After 40 years.
Yes, after 40 years, it have gone to a new level actually. Okay, I have to say that during the years of 70s, itu memang zaman mahasiswa. Okay, so then untuk 40 tahun, why 40 tahun? Sebab hukum. So 40 tahun dia akan senyap sedikit, maybe ada a few movement, but then dia tak akan dapat coverage yang banyak lagi, sebab media pun kita tahu dulu punya media, those days during the day without the internet, time tu pun apa yang student buat pun media tak akan cover dah, and maybe dia tak akan cover, so dia akan jadi mati sikit. But now with the help of new medias, so dia dah revive. So I would say 2011 adalah tahun kebangkitan semula gerakan mahasiswa. So I have this thing in mind time ketika 17 Disember. 17 Disember, bila kami berarak melalui Dataran Merdeka, kami berhenti di Dataran Merdeka dan saya ketika itu beri ucapan kepada student. Saya cakap, dan saya masih ingat, saya kata, pelajar-pelajar kalian, rakan-rakan sekalian, 40 tahun dahulu di sini, di tapak yang sama, mahasiswa pernah gegarkan negara ini. I was referring to Baling 1974. So I asked them back, anda mahu terus bangga dengan sejarah lampau ataupun anda mahu cipta sejarah sendiri hari ini? So it seems that kami dapat cipta sejarah sendiri 17 Disember. So itu yang saya rasa sangat baiklah. So that's how I look at student activism today.